Back in front of the mirror again, August 5th. Another update on Phil and all the crap that I've taken out. Not much, say maybe half a truckload, that's about it. Bathroom is gutted except for the one wall, and the one wall is in pretty good shape. So, need some input on what this stuff is here. Shiny silver back, the insulation is basically stuck on it, you know, from age. Probably a little bit of water. White front, kind of, I don't know, vinyl feeling or maybe contact paper feeling like you'd have in a kitchen cabinet or something like that. Used to go up here, you know, so nice, you know, curve, whatnot, but kind of need to know what this stuff is. Cardboard here in the middle, or it feels like cardboard anyways. I don't know what that stuff is. Maybe I just ain't seen it at Menards yet, or Home Depot, or wherever the heck it is. But there's the wall. Not too bad a shape. All this stuff is dry. Looks like it might have got just a skosh wet up here, and then down the side here. Looks like it got pretty wet. That piece did get wet, but I can't flake it off. So, well, it's still a little scabby there. But like I say, I'm putting a little bit of a drop ceiling in here, a couple of 2x2 framework, some plywood on top of it. Drop it about 1.5 inches. Screw up the shower just a little bit, give me 1.5 inches less there. I might have to duck a little bit in the shower, but hey, life's some bitch, ain't it? The shower connection there going in the white water tank. There's a black water tank. There's a toilet. There wasn't nothing in the black water tank. Good thing I bleached the heck out of it before I took that stuff off. Didn't stink at all, so that's good. But there's the corner. I'm going to run some extra braces all across this just to kind of beef it up a little bit. It's all good. I'll replace that eventually. I mean, that just looks like something out of the 40s. There's got to be something a little more efficient, a little more quiet out there, whatnot. And I'm thinking about replacing all that insulation, get rid of that, what is it, R12 or R13, the 3.5 inch stuff, with that pink board wherever I can. A little more R value. You know I'm going to basically drop down to R0 right here at the studs, if you can call them studs, the 2x2s. But, you know, I suppose every little bit helps. Maybe replace that white stuff with the pink stuff too. All the carpet's out, so the floor looks pretty good. One little spot of water damage, and it just kind of runs like from about, I'm looking at the camera here trying to figure out where my finger's pointing. From about right there, it kind of curves around, meets up there, and then comes around and over here somewhere. Not a lot. The floor is still pretty solid. I'm jumping on it right now. I'm not busting through. I've jumped on it pretty hard before and haven't busted through. The furnace. Yeah, I gotta move some stuff. So originally I was gonna have a problem with 3-inch ducting here. Hang on, the camera's gonna go all over it. That's alright. So originally I was gonna have a problem. Oh yeah, this ain't gonna work. But this will. Let's try it again. Originally I was going to have a problem with 3-inch ducting going across here. There's 3-inch under here. You can't find any adapters for that stuff these days. So what I'm going to do is make a couple rails that the fridge sits on. I don't know if I went over this in the last video or not, but make a couple rails, go like that, go like that. Cut this back a couple of inches all the way across. Knock it down, that way the fridge sits up a little bit. And right here, and take the recip saw, cut across it, and just basically make room for a 4-inch duct underneath here to fit one 4-inch duct here going over to the furnace, which is inside here. And then I'll put a chunk of 1/2-inch plywood or whatever it takes on top of that 1.5 inches, making it 2 inches, to block all this off, leaving, of course, a little bit of room there for the piping, and probably move that outlet up just a skosh. That's the fridge outlet, the electrical fridge outlet there. And that'll give me my 2 inches and give me a little bit extra room to run the 4-inch duct there, and I'll run it underneath this seat here and change this outlet to a 4-inch outlet, and bam, done. Piece of cake. And here I was trying to build an adapter to adapt this 4-inch outlet to 2 3-inch outlets, and that just ended up kind of being a raging cluster. You see them bolt onto the side of this thing with that aluminum foil tape, you know, and right there. And I think that just had leak written all over it. So probably wasn't a good idea in the first place, but I'm over it now. I'm all better. I feel better about myself. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, all the little pieces of trim work and stuff from the upper deck. I'll start down here. Took off that little piece of padding. There it is. There it is. This doodad. It goes up there. Took it off on the other side too. Took out the headliner. I'm thinking I'm probably going to put I don't know, a piece of plywood with some carpet on the back of it and screw it to the roof there because, well, basically you can't see the screws on the other side. So why not? A little more sound deadening, you know. This is what kills me. This used to be a van, right? They started off with a van chassis, van body, and everything. They cut the top of the van off, you know, so it fits. And cut this chunk of wood to match this curve halfway. And then just kind of screwed it all together. And I'm sure it's the same way down the sides and the same way, you know, across the floor. It's just, that kills me that they basically half-ass the construction of it like that. That bad. And that just sounds like something I'd do. But underneath the deck for the overhead here, your insulation, and I'm going to shoot over here. Okay, there's the roof of the van itself, what's left of it. Okay, see that curve here? Same curve right there. Grab that flashlight again. Yeah, a little bit extra light there. Here's the only bad wood I've found so far, right here. And actually I've had a fan on it running overnight since last night, and that's actually dried out quite a bit already. But I'm going to chip away as much as I can with that with a screwdriver and putty knife and whatever else, and recip saw. And I might not be able to pull that chunk of wood out because, you know, it's attached right there, down there and whatnot, but I'll be able to make me a brace that goes just inside of it and attach it to that far piece of wood and the near piece of wood here, and you know, structurally it'll be fine. And I think the water came from the window because you can see a spot where it rained in, or where it came in. And I think it came in up there and basically pooled in this area down here. This where the light's going back and forth. I think the water actually pooled in there. That's what it was looking like. And I don't think there's a problem now because I've sealed up all the way around the outside. It ain't coming in anywhere else. And practically no damage over here, no water damage over here anyways. Hang on a second, I'm going to drop this drop this sheet of plywood. Yeah, good enough. Yeah, nice. Excuse me. This also has me bugged. You know, it used to be insulation up here, and there used to be a sheet of, it used to go aluminum, 1/8" plywood, got that insulation, and then more of this stuff, and that was it. Well, took this crap off because it was all skanky, and it basically, once I got it tore off, just kind of, you know, that was it, dust. Took the insulation out, it was kind of pretty ratty in the first place, and just kind of went like that and grabbed the plywood off in chunks and tore it out, threw it away. So what I think I'm going to do here, and in probably all the rest of these squares that are up here, is I'll build a box that'll kind of go from there around there and like that, back and whatnot. And that box itself, out of 2x2s, you know, screwed to the sides of these walls, whatnot. And that box itself will have plywood on the top to take up the gap, because even though there's still some shards of plywood left in there, you know, it's not all there, whatnot, and I got to have those 2x2s in there, because if you look here, kind of, you know, you can't really see it here, but it kind of goes up and down a little bit. There's some play in it. The front window, why does anybody seal these windows?